Hey and welcome! My name is Melody and this is episode 16 of the Melody Crochet podcast, where I come to you with my knitting and crochet and share with you from my home here in Texas, where I live with my husband, my 2 sons, and my 2 dogs. Thank you so much for joining me. If it's your first time, I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I also have links to my social media. I would love to meet you, see what you're making, show you what I'm making. I also do just a lot of whole life stuff on there. I love Instagram. And over on Ravelry, we have the Melody Crochet podcast group, where we do giveaways and alongs and ask frequently asked questions and things like that. So please come join us if you're on Ravelry. And if you are returning, thank you so much. I hope you're doing well and that you had a nice holiday. I had Thanksgiving since I last recorded, and I'm so excited to be back with you guys. Just a little rundown. The week of Thanksgiving went well. I had my little one and I homeschool him, so we didn't do any schooling, and the older one, my older son, is 20 and he didn't have school, so we got to see a lot of him. So I took the boys around quite a bit, and I ended up, we went to an Asian market on Monday, went to a new cafe, had a sea salt latte, which was wonderful. Went to a new cosplay store where I got some really cute stickers for my knitting journals and for my planners and everything. I love my Melody. I've collected my Melody since I was born, because me and my Melody were born in the same year. And it's been many together. I do prefer the red-eared My Melody, like when I was little, but I'm warming up to the pink-eared My Melody also. Check these out. They are sheep sushi. Sushi sheep. Have you ever? Guys, oh my gosh. I died when I saw that. These are just cute little animals. I thought it'd be fun just to jot them. I do a lot of drawing, and I just thought that these were just really cute little doodles, and I would love to just mimic them. And then these, oh my gosh, I don't know if they're going to come off on camera well. I guess they do. They are like little post-it, like note, little place keepers, and they're restickable, but they're kitten paws. Have you ever? Oh my gosh. So that was my Monday, right? And then Tuesday, I was getting ready for Thanksgiving, because I do my Thanksgiving dinner for my family on Wednesday, so that they can all go off and do the ones that they do with everybody else on Thursday. And that is my way, because I'm like, why am I going to feed not hungry people, right? So I'm a little selfish. I get them all before they get anywhere else. And so I go ahead Tuesday, all the preparation, went to the grocery store, went back to the grocery store with my husband after work. We had a great time. I love the planning. And then Wednesday, we just hung out until dinner time, made the dinner. I did a ham. We went retro style with the pineapples and the maraschino cherries, and gluten-free sides for the husband. And I did gluten-free cornbread, which was amazing. The Krusteaz honey gluten-free cornbread is amazing. I put a little frozen corn in there and nobody could get enough of it, just as recipe from the box. It was awesome. What else? Something else was popular. Oh, I made, my grandmother when I was little always made spinach dip and berry dumplings on holidays. So I did do that, but I went with the Bisquick that was gluten-free. I didn't love that as much. Might have been a me thing. Everybody else said it tastes fine, but I didn't love it. They stayed a little shiny, kind of like a rice dumpling that you would have like at an Asian restaurant. And I really wanted them to brown over, almost like a cobbler. I think I might have to alter that, change it up, make my own dumpling out of something else. We'll see. And then I went Thursday. We went to Amber's house for their Thanksgiving, which was fabulous. It was about 2 o'clock and plenty of time for Black Friday. I love Black Friday. I'm all about people watching. So my holidays are shopped for and ready, and then Black Friday, I'm like, let's go play. So I started off on my own at about 4 o'clock. Went to Walmart, you know, the crazy town. It wasn't that crazy. It was pretty mellow. I think people are hopping on this cyber shopping trend. And then I went over to Target, same. I don't know. Might just be my small town. And then I went over to CVS. I heard they had some cheap makeup deals, and I have a cheap makeup addiction. I think it's just anything with color, yarn and makeup. Just amazing. But I didn't find anything there. Actually, I didn't get too much at any of the places, but I just had a blast. Then I went over, picked up Amber, and we headed to Two Moles, and just Old Navy, all the standards. They're just a lot of fun on Black Friday. I get home, it was probably about 1 in the morning, later than I've been out in a very long time, and I had a very big week. And then Friday morning, I woke up so sick. I don't know if it was a cold or a flu, because I didn't get myself to the doctor to have them test whether it was a cold or flu, because they usually do that nasal swab on the guys when they go in to see if it's a cold or the flu. I got 102 temperature. It was really throaty, lungy, and just, it felt terrible. But it never shot up past the 102. Like, I kind of got hit by a brick, and then everything kind of tapered slowly. So I never saw the purpose of going to the doctor for that. So I don't know if you guys agree with I probably should have, but it was the weekend. Like I said, it was Friday, Thanksgiving. So I'm like, if I'm going to the doctor, it's to urgent care, and it's gonna have to be a little bit, urgent. I did watch myself like a hawk after the temperature broke to make sure there wasn't a secondary infection, because that's always the worst when you get, like, a lot of people go to laryngitis or something like that. So I was taking my temperature probably every 2 hours until 2 days after the temperature was fully down. All the fluids. My husband was making me juices. He was so worried about me, because I don't tend, knock on wood, I don't tend to get ill very often. He gets ill a lot, to a much lower degree, more frequently. And when I get sick, it's like boom. It's like a truck hit me. I'm like, ugh. So dramatic. But I did get some couch time, which, as you guys know, is great for yarn. I figure I'm going to be trying to do Vlogmas, so I'm going to hit you guys with a little podcast today, and then we're just going to take it from there and have as much fun with this as we can. I'm watching everybody else's Vlogmas, and I'm all jealous, and I love it, but today is December 1, and I say, let's celebrate, right? This is the end of 2017, and it's going to be 2018. I cannot believe it. That sounds so high. When did it start being things like 2018? But I decorated for Christmas already. I'll be sharing that with you through the month. Today I went to the Trader Joe's not too far away, and I checked out their Christmas stuff. It was really cute. And I got some Christmas teas, so we'll share that in the morning. So I'm just digging in here. I have a basket. I actually podcasted yesterday, and it turned out not to my liking. I was fresh off the sick train, and I looked like I had the mumps or something. I'm not sure what was going on. I cough hard when I cough. But I have my Advent swaps, and so I started this week today, so December 1, and I wanted to share that first. My friend, for my very first gift that I opened up, keep in mind, this is a mini swap that I mentioned. I made her the 12 gifts, and hopefully I'll be able to share some of them with you. I've made a lot of stuff, a lot of hats, a lot of orders, and that's all gone. And now we'll just see what people share pictures of with me as they arrive, because Christmas, you really can't share what you made for other people to give to other people. That's not fair, right? But she made me a Christmas tree skirt. I almost cried. Have you ever? I have not. I have wanted a Christmas tree skirt forever. Look at that fabric. It screams Texas. And the damask, and it's all cotton, quilted. And the other side is lavender with the gray also. It is perfect. It's huge. I took pictures, and the buttons are so cool. She did a great job. I was so excited. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Then, where'd my littles go? Here they are. I'm in 2 of the Advent swaps for the minis. The one for groups, and there's another one for the, I always ruin it, Spicy Homemaker. And this was for my Spicy Homemaker, which was amazing. Isn't that pretty? This is Hazelnut's Artisan Sock. I've always wanted to try that. I'm so excited to get a chance to. And I always want to order it because I can't get that locally. We had that locally in California, and I only tried the thicker, but I never tried their sock bases, and now I get to try it. So that's going to be awesome. And this is my other one. She sent 2 colors. Isn't that pretty? Made me giggle. This one is called, it had a great name, New Friends and Happy Tears. Isn't that sweet? I love it. So I was just looking at Instagram, and I was watching Sarah with Love Sock Wool do her cast-ons for her Christmas socks. I think I'm gonna go do that in just a little bit. Speaking of Christmas socks, I was decorating, and I like to leave presents for myself for next year. And I found my Naughty or Nice socks from Jinx Yarns. I made these last year. This is Croy, Patton's Croy in black. And I love them. So excited to use them. Sorry about the background. This is Friday night, and that means our family does video games. We do Fun Friday. Pizza, video games, everybody's out there enjoying, and I will be joining them very shortly. And coincidentally, since I had so much left over, it's a really generous amount of yarn that she gives, I made an Amaneko kitty last year for my mantle out of the Jinx Yarns Naughty or Nice. I do believe Jinx Yarns, I think her name's Laura. Laura is doing Vlogmas also, so I look forward to seeing that. Check out his hands, and I put the popcorn in his seat. I put a tiny little Ziploc bag, well not Ziploc, but like a lunch bag of popcorn seeds in the tush of any of my amigurumi so that they sit. You can hear it. And it makes him sit on the mantle perfectly. Even if he's on the very edge, it weights him down just right. And I could not be more pleased when I opened that up. I forgot about him completely. And in addition to my socks, bags. Isn't that pretty? I made bags for myself last year with ribbon wrist straps that are perfectly sized to my wrist, which is amazing. So love a wrist strap. And this one, pick out the fabric. I just love that forest print, the way it contrasts against the black and the white. Oh, it makes me happy. Inside it's just white fabric because I like to be able to look inside bags, especially a bag. Look how deep this is. It's so little, but they fold over so nicely. It's nice to have the option for a lot of room, so that's why I usually do it that way, or really small if I just want something that'll fit in my purse. But yeah, it's just white inside. My messy stitches. Oh yeah, professional, right? That evil machine. And what do I have in here? Already loaded. Oh, that's right. I have the ball of yarn for my next husband sock. And then I found this fabric, which I remember very clearly. Love this fabric. I love anything vintagey, moddy, anything like that. It's so cute. And played it against the peppermint candies. And inside it is red with white polka dots, and it makes me very happy. Went with mint for this wrist strap. And then, in addition to another one just like the other one but shorter, I hid yarn. Woo! So this one is my first Heritage Prince sock yarn, and it was number, I want to say 23, no, 26, and I love that. I don't know if that's going to show up. Boop. Isn't that pretty? It has two kinds of green, two kinds of red, speckles, and it's just so fun. Has a picture of how it turns out on the side too. These are probably going to be cast on tonight, which is awesome. I set aside some, I know it's Deborah Norville Serenity sock. And since then, remember last time I went to the yarn store, not last time, but the time before that, last time we talked about me going to the yarn store, I had picked up this Cascade Heritage sock prints, and this one is number 53, I believe, the new Christmas, which doesn't have the white of this one. See, aren't they cute? Maybe husband socks? Maybe, who knows? I don't know. Maybe one needs to be a hat. That'd be amazing. But she's already lost her ball band because I broke into her just to see how she feels. It's really soft. It smushes down. It doesn't feel exactly like the Heritage sock from Cascade in the solid colors, but I like them both separately. My only finished object in all the things I made that was actually something for me would be my Harry Potter ornaments. And they're not even fully finished. I need to make 3 of them in the next 3 days, which no problem. But I made a sweater. Isn't he sweet? I'm kind of in love. I crocheted it. This is Encore, Plymouth Encore in red and gold. And then I made a little tiny green hanger to put in there. It would be nice if we had a little bit drapier yarn. I think if I did this again, and I might, I would go with red Simply Soft. I think that might look cute. What do you guys think? And then one of my recipients will be getting a sock, and it's going to be a house sock. I haven't put the information down. This is from, I want to say Michelle Wright, but I feel like that is very wrong. But this is a free pattern on Ravelry, and it will be linked to, and I love it. The yarn is the Tonal Knit Pig Stroll in Gypsy. They don't have that colorway anymore. I have a ton of it from my first sweater, so I love to dip into it. I just love the tonal. That's so pretty. And how do you not love a tiny little sock ornament? So definitely going to be making another 1 or 2 of these. They only took about maybe an hour, maybe 2. This took no time at all. I wrote down my little pattern so I can mimic it in other yarns. I'll go ahead and share that. It's just real quick and simple. And that would be my only finished object. I also worked on a blanket for my mom, and it is in Red Heart Super Saver. She wanted something she could clean really easily. So I am doing a faded granny. I'm going off the pattern from Lucy at Attic 24. I love her. She's so amazing. And my mom likes the reds, oranges, 70s looking warm autumn awesomeness. She always has. And she was very specific. I want reds, yellows, oranges, browns on a blanket that is about the size of a towel because it's a lapgan for her. And so, what do you guys think? I have 2 more colors to go. I'm thinking I'm going to do chocolate brown and then come back to the mustard for the last color. I think that'll look nice. Then I'm going to have to do an edge because I have an indiscretion. If you follow me on Instagram stories, you'll see that I was watching Melanie Ham sew on the backing fabric this month to her blankets. So she was sewing fabric to crochet, which I've done. That's no biggie. I didn't even think of this. But when I saw her sew on her blankets and the stitches pretty much disappear, I said to myself, my blanket needs to be shorter. This is from my mom. For safety reasons, it needs to not be too long of a lapgan. And so I had made it probably 18 inches too long on accident, as one does. I had planned, I measured, I remeasured. Somehow it just ended up longer than I originally intended. So I said to myself, what to do? So I figured if it goes poorly, I was going to remake it anyway. I can't really send my mom a blanket that's too long. It really wouldn't be a good idea. And she was very specific about what she wanted. She wanted the size of a towel, not a big bath blanket size towel, like a towel. And mine was too long. And it was playing in my head and I was trying to ignore it, and everybody said, ignore it, just send what you've made, it's pretty. And I'm like, no, she was specific. So I cut my crochet and then I sewed it. So I am going to have to put a very beefy border on this. I not only sewed it, then I re-sewed it because I'm like, is this secure? And it is. Because when I saw Melanie Ham attach that fabric, I said, wow, that stitch just disappears. That's awesome. And before I knew it, I had scissors in my hands. I was just going at that blanket. So I just did a zigzag stitch all the way up, all the way down, pulled off any extra seams, any extra strings, and it is secure as anything. It is really cool. So I feel pretty secure about this. I'm going to continue on, let it grow the 2 more colors, and then put a border on it. Probably something like a scallop, something beefy, not like something that you can see the stitches through. Because, yeah, me and that evil machine. People say, oh, if you can sew a straight line, you could, and I stop them right there. You've already lost me. I cannot sew a straight line. So maybe a ruffle. No, my mom's not a ruffle person. Me and my mom are complete opposites when it comes to what we like. She likes very simple, very clean, warmer colors, and I'm like more glitter, more ruffles, more cool tones, all the ocean colors, and it's just hilarious. We could not have more opposite tastes. So she knew she had to be really specific when she asked me for this, otherwise I was going to put purple in this somewhere. I hope she loves it though, and I hope it's done pretty quick so I can get it there with her Christmas package. So wish me luck. Oh, and I'm using a J hook on that in case anybody's curious, so it's moving fast. What else do I have? Oh, I did put something else away for me in the Christmas boxes, more presents. I put fabric in there. Isn't that funny after talking about the evil machine? And I have Bambi, good night. I have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer fabric. Isn't that cute? About 1 yard of this. And then I have almost 2 yards of my favorite. And what's funny is I was at Joann's looking for this fabric like 3 weeks ago, because I'm like, I was going to make a skirt for Thanksgiving and I knew I'd want one for Christmas time too. So I remembered having the Feliz Navidad fabric last year and I couldn't find it in my stash. I'm like, I hope I can find more. So I was searching really hard, and here it is. Oh my gosh, love it. And what did I do? When I leave a present, I leave the whole thing. That is the coordinating avocado and Pima cotton, right? I'm thinking skirt, apron, and a bag. I'm not sure. But totally excited, even if it means I have to talk to the evil machine. Right now, the evil machine is plugged in on the floor, not even on a desk, because all of my work surfaces are donated to other things right now, because I don't like to sew on the floor, but I will if I have to, because it doesn't turn out any worse or better. It's not a quality issue. And let's see. Oh, let's see what I found. But I was at Target in the dollar hotspot, as one goes to, right? And check that out. Isn't that amazing? Oh, I love it. It was $3, and it is the new holder of my extra hooks that I keep with me. So, all the hooks, jingle jingle. Is that ASMR or whatever? Oh, one more thing to share. I went out for the first time today. Had a great time. Took the little guy with me, and it was because McKinney Knittery has a, I always forget this, trunk show that they are doing this week, and I wanted to see new yarn. I just love smooshing new yarn. You don't have to buy it, but I have to touch it. And it is Plank and Stella. If you're familiar, I'm not sure, but it's beautiful. Her colors are gorgeous, and it felt like she sent a ton of yarn. And it's Friday. It's going to be going on all weekend, so I got to see a ton of it. And I went in. It's so pretty. All of her colors match all of her colors. Not exactly, because she has a huge range. Amazing names. She had some Seinfeld references that were just too funny. And then she has Christmas specific colors right now. She had sock kits. It was gorgeous. And she had, let's see, I only got 2, and they're the same color because I think it will make a really pretty shawl. But I went with this. It's called Under the Sea. It has some acid green and some really bright tealy turquoises and this gorgeous royal blue. I love it. There's even a couple hot pink pops. Look at that. I got a set that looks like it matches pretty well. Love it. So pretty. And it is her, which base is this? Okami sock, 75/25, so superwash merino nylon 4-ply sock. It's so soft, so smooshy. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to work with it. But I think it has to stay in this form for just a little while because it's so pretty. And I got a little McKinney Knittery pin for my bag, which is so cute. I'm gonna take it out of the plastic so it doesn't reflect, if I can. It's a very smooshy bag. There we go. But look at that. Yay! Adorable. Ginger's awesome. If you get a chance to ever go there, you have to go there. Plus, it's right off of downtown McKinney, which is historical and amazing and has the best food. And I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to go there for the afternoon. As far as taking things off the hook, this week I did take my light Ula out of its bag, and it's going to go into hibernation just because I've had a couple faux pas with the pattern, and I just figure we'll deal with that next spring maybe. So she's going to go to sleep for a little bit. So night light Ula. Everything else is running strong. My sock game is solid. I am thoroughly enjoying. The only sock I really wanted to work on while I was sick was my Jinx Yarn Easter socks in Fireflies. And I probably got about 2 lines done because I did something else. So that's my sock. The reason I worked on that sock is because my husband's sock came to a point where I would have had to get up and go find out what to do next. So that just was not happening while I was sick. I just wanted something I could reach for and work on. Where is that? Found it. Okay, so husband's sock is in my wonderful Quirky Monday bag. Taco. And it got to the point where I did the heel flap, and I would need to turn the heel, and in my illness I completely forgotten how far I needed to work back and forth, and I would have had to get onto a computer and find a pattern to do that, and it just wasn't going to happen. But I can do it now. Check that out. Isn't that hilarious? How wide that stripe gets right there. He is loving the way they look, though. I might actually undo this. I don't love how thin that is. That would be the back of the heel. The pattern that I was following just said knit back and forth, or knit, of course, and then purl, knit, purl. But I don't know if that I don't know if that's jiving with me. What do you guys think? I don't think so. I was pretty sick. I did this while I was sick. So then I got to the point where I would have had to find out what to do next. And I was just like, no, that's not going to happen right now. I've about that much left to my first ball before I move on. And I'm working on my Addy Turbo Sock Rockets. It's a 40-inch circular in size 0. So the odds are we're going to be tinking back on those socks just to redo that heel. I've never done a heel flap like that. Mine have always been very textured. I'm not sure why this, well, I'm sure it would work out just fine, but he's a hard worker. He'll probably wear these to work, and I want him to be pretty tough on the back of the heel. So we might have to go backward on that. I had a sick moment. Let's see here. While I was sick, I pulled my purse project out. My purse project is currently living in a plastic bag because this time of year people throw everything in my purse. So I'm like, and that means that things get a little sticky, a little messy, and a little gross. So I wanted to share with you guys what I've started with a friend from Twitch. She's amazing, Dio. And this is called the Easy Tropical Cowl, and it is from Selena Baca, and she made the pattern for the Red Heart website. And this is her, like I said, the tropical cowl, Easy Tropical Cowl. And you just go straight across. It's super soft. At the end, I will make up for all my ridgy indiscretions with a line all the way across. And this is Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable in Tealberry, my favorite, and that means a lot because I think I love every Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable colorway. I've made many things out of Red Heart Unforgettable. This was my first Red Heart Unforgettable project. I made this in, I think, 2012. And I wear it pretty frequently. I tried to wear it yesterday when I was podcasting. That's why it's right here. But it really did add to that chipmunk look. But I love it. Little scalloped edge. I was looking on my Ravelry. There's no record of it. I wasn't keeping perfect record of things 5 years ago. Almost 6. It's going to be 2018. Oh my goodness. But I don't have any record, which leads me to believe that it was probably something I watched on YouTube. Like somebody made it on YouTube. Because it's so pretty. Isn't that so pretty? I remember specifically it was 2 balls of the yarn. And there's the center. I like it. It's holding up really well. I wear it quite often, especially in the spring and the fall when things are kind of in the middle. I don't need a bunch of coverage right now, but when I'm out in a lower cut shirt, I get a little chilly. So I'm pretty pleased with it. I wouldn't mind making another one. Let's see. But I did have one other thing I worked on while I was sick. More Leica needles. And it is my get the right side here. I did 3 rows of lace on my Oracle shawl. I'm pretty proud of it. Lace is my mental block because it's work. You really have to focus. It's a repeat of something 48 times around. You can see the jewelry. Jewelry pops up 48 times in the circle. And there's several stitches per piece of jewelry. And in a few rows, I get to do 2 more repeats of the lace, which I am going to make myself do one, like, I think I should just give myself a really loose schedule, but something I have to adhere to, and then I'll set an alarm for it in my phone. I think every Saturday morning I should do 1 lace repeat. I think I could do that because there's only 2, so that's 2 weeks. Because after I do 2 more repeats of the lace, I get to go back to brioche. The next brioche is going to be this. The purple is Midnight Affair in Long Dog Yarns. The black is Cascade Heritage Sock in black. Which, oh my goodness, my lace is not perfect. But it's okay. It's pretty, right? I told myself I'm just going to go with it. I'm not going to be too stringent. I'm going to love it either way. And if I'm a perfectionist, it's just never going to get finished. And I really want to see this done. So after I do that brioche in the purple and black, then I get to go back to the Lolo Did It in Vertigo. And see how it has the purple and the green speckles? It's really pretty. I have quite a bit left too, but it's purple and black speckles on mint green, and that's going to be my next lace. I think that'll be fun for lace, just seeing the color change and everything. So cool. After I finish this shawl, I am going to be starting either my dotted rays, the faded one with the black and white zigzag edge, or I'll be starting my Marley shawl. And that is what the yarn I just got today is for. I'm going to be putting that in brioche up against acid green, which I'm kind of excited about that. So I'm a busy yarn lover. It's a good time. By the way, my Oracle is still living in my IKEA picnic basket. So let's see. I think tomorrow we might all get together and make my yarn jewelry. What do you guys think? Want to make some yarn jewelry together? If you guys have any notions or anything, let me know. I'm going to be using probably just some slip rings. Oops, there he is. Itty bitty silver slip rings. Some lobster claws to make some progress keepers on top of that. So here's my lobster claws. And then I like to get these come together in a pack as a fastener. And I don't use this part, but I like to use these. I'll attach things to the bottom of these as my stitch markers, like the sliding ones. So pretty cool. All I really use is these pliers to crimp and these pliers to pry things open. So they just fit better. So maybe we'll do that together because I have quite a few sets to put together because I have some yarn friends that I want to get some things to. So I'm off. I'm gonna go hang out with the family, get myself situated for the night, and vegetate. I'm going to work on my mom's blanket for the evening probably. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you would like to join us over on Instagram, I love it. Over on the Ravelry group, Melody Crochet Podcast Ravelry group, we'd be happy to meet you over there. Thank you so much and happy Vlogmas, guys. Bye.